Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Killer Collab podcast. My name is Tony D, tone deaf in Florida. I'm over in Florida. What?
I said
You're so dramatic, Joe. Jeez. Anyway, to my first left, we have Chris Lato from Reaper Films.
How's it going? Been a while.
Been a long time. Long time
wow,
no
you
see. I
can
didn't
get
read
less
that.
excited about being here.
Right? He's like
so excited.
he's that monotone.
I think I'm autistic.
No.
I'm weird. I do weird shit.
You do. And to my other left, that guy over there, Mr. Joe Davison.
Hi, everyone.
No, you're just high. You've got the I'm in the front of the hi, everyone.
I did? I'm hi,
Everyone. There you go.
I'm hi, everyone.
Home, honey, I'm high. What?
Oh, well. I don't usually eat. I just have the snacks brought in by Uber snacks. Thing now.
Sounds
Is it?
expensive.
Yeah, Uber snacks. It is. I got a Reese cup. It was $82.50.
And we have a special guest in the studio today, Miss Julia Starchevsky.
Did he say that right? I feel like he butchered
100% did not.
Wow.
That's perfect.
That's great.
Wow, you're perfect, Tony D.
So I guess you are right.
Usually.
All right. I'm not going to argue.
But you do it every day.
No, not.
Every day.
I don't argue.
As we are arguing.
This is a conversation about what I don't do.
As you argue continuously.
I don't think I was.
Anyway. So, today, Julia, tell us our wonderful audience from many, many different locations that we have discussed previously. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh gosh.
Start anywhere. You can start right there.
I was definitely born.
No.
And
Good starter. Good starter.
Good. Everyone, she's real.
She's behind me.
As far as I can tell. I guess I'm originally from Russia, or Moldova more technically, which was part of the Soviet Union.
Okay.
I worked in tech for a long time. I also used to belly dance for fun.
Me too.
Yeah, same. I got my MBA. I was like, screw the corporate world. I'm going to belly dance.
I got an MBA in belly dancing.
Did you?
Yeah.
We're going to take this
It was
offline. I want to see your hips move.
His MBA is my belt adjusted.
I did.
That's what it stands for. My big ass.
So you say you were a belly dancer, or did
What's
you
the quotation marks? No, like.
Okay, sorry.
No,
Mike was up.
He's like, so you say you're a woman?
No, what did you Did you dance at clubs or bars or restaurants or?
All of on stage, like I did theater. I used to teach for a little bit.
Fantastic. What'd you teach?
Belly dancing.
Just belly dancing?
That's what we're talking about.
That's
belly
the
dancing
only.
career.
I mean, I danced a lot. I did ballet as well, and other.
Well, because I know in those countries, there's ballroom dancing is very big. Isn't that very big in different countries over there in Russia?
Yeah, I left when I was 9. Correct. So
Yes.
I did take ballroom dance when I was 14.
See?
I did for a year or two.
That's why I asked.
I did.
Very knowledgeable.
I taught dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
What did you teach?
True story. Swing.
Oh.
Ballroom.
I don't have the ankles for that.
Foxtrot.
Swing dancing is
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have the ankles
do
for
all that.
swing.
Years ago. We're talking 20 years, 17 years ago.
It's probably about the same for me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I like how you look directly at my ankles. It's like, I don't know. Her ankles don't look like she's.
I was like, my ankles can't swing dance, so I just.
I got legs of a beast, bro.
Ooh.
Look at these fucking legs.
All right.
Look at that.
Get her done.
Yeah, this is the right here. This is where all of
That's your problem area?
sorrow
Yeah.
sits.
Yeah. You mean sorrow and the ice cream when you're just sitting on the.
Well, I can't eat ice cream. I'm lactose intolerant.
I'm not going to tell her too.
Cashew. It's really.
Catch
good.
me outside.
I'm allergic to
How
nuts
about
too.
that?
I'm allergic to dairy,
They're
nuts.
leaving your body. You're so allergic, your balls are leaving.
Yeah. Dick.
It's a.
There's no follow up to that
No,
one.
there's not. It's just quick.
Yeah, that's the show. Thanks, guys. See ya.
As Joe talks about my balls.
Always.
Yummy.
Uncomfortable silences.
Yes.
I just wanted to bring something up for you guys.
You want to bring something up?
Yeah.
Never.
Well, I thought it'd be.
Ceremonious?
Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I just thought it would be.
Is your phone not
fitting.
functioning?
No, my
Uncomfortable
phone's functioning
silence.
fine. it's really clogged with porn, so it's slow. This is long.
Uh-huh.
What are we hearing? Wait, what are we hearing?
It's the Filipino national anthem.
For our wonderful audience in the Philippines.
What do they do with their national anthem? Do they do this?
I don't know. It's just
Other
a
way?
flag. It looks a lot like, no offense, Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, the Filipino flag is colored.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even though I can't tell what colors those
It
are.
kind of looks like Puerto Rico without the star, right?
There's a star there.
It's like a sun.
Thank you to all
I
the
think that was a
Filipino
song.
fans out there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Stand
Yeah.
up now to your anthem.
Thanks for listening, folks.
Thank you.
We love you so much.
So much. So much.
Thank you.
Anyway.
That was great.
Yeah. So, Julia,
I've been trying to do that for weeks now.
you escaped the corporate world. Please tell us.
Yeah, how did you escape the world?
Mostly just by quitting.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I've been there.
That'll do it.
Well,
I've done that a lot.
technically,
Like today, I quit.
Screw you guys, me and him.
no, I left and came back. I worked in product management in the tech world for
Oh, yeah.
a long time. And then recently, that's how I met Chris, is I'm interested in being the world's funniest person, obviously, which I already am. So
There
started
you go.
doing comedy, improv. I've gotten
Good
into
luck
acting.
catching up.
Thank you. I take that as encouragement. I can
motivation.
feel your belief in me, just like
You can do
warming
it.
my middle center.
Well, all right. Let's calm down now.
So yeah, I actually just accepted a job where I'll be doing HR recruiting part-time, but also, doing stuff my own creatively and making people laugh.
Yeah, do it.
Your first show. Where did you get your motivation for your first show? Your first joke. What was the first story that you told?
What's wrong with you? What kind of question is that?
Yeah,
Well,
that's scary.
because everyone wanted to know when someone started
You
say
don't
comedy.
know. It just happens.
Do you even remember that?
It's
Your
like
first set.
what
Your
are you,
first
like,
set.
Well, this all
five?
started a month and a half ago.
There you
so
go,
yeah,
see?
not-
Your first set.
You've known these
Your
guys
first
have been
set.
funny since you were a kid, though, right?
Yeah, I
Obviously,
mean,
your
it's part of
friends
the.
and family were always like, "You're stuff like that, but you're so funny. You should just stand up.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
stand up, Joe."
exactly.
I wanted to stand
I
up.
say that
'Cause
to
you
my
can't.
girlfriend.
I can't. I'm horrible at stand
I
up.
say that to my girlfriend. She's freaking hilarious.
I
She
can't
makes
do
me
stand-up.
cry laugh, and I'm like, you should do stand up. No way. I'm too shy.
It's nerve-wracking.
I don't want to be in front of people. I said, just your shtick could be like turn your back to the audience and do it. But she just
That's
won't do it.
offensive.
She just won't do it.
It's interesting. Of all the things I've done on stage, to me, being funny on stage was the least nerve-wracking out of
Really?
singing, dancing. Yeah, just because it feels. I mean, yeah, there's
Yeah.
a moment, but it didn't feel like. Like it is a skill though. It's different being
Absolutely.
funny one person because what you don't realize is like on a human. I mean, this is not funny, but like on a human level, your nervous system connects with other people. So
Mhm.
she kind of intuitively, because she's your girlfriend or if she was your friend, whoever, like when how to time things to make somebody laugh. You don't know that with an audience, so you kind of have to you kind of have to feel it out. So that's
Yeah.
why they
Right.
say you have to do it over and over because there is a skill component that you don't have in a room of
There's training.
Yeah.
You mentioned
Well.
improv. How long have you been doing improv?
a few months. Everything is everything you ask me is a few months.
Wow. Well,
Wow.
welcome to the industry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you're already here on our podcast.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Well, I brought her here because I thought she would be an interesting guest. Like she literally left her high-paying
Are we
job
showing her the
career
room?
to be
Yeah, very high
stand up
paying.
and
Is this the one
Do
that we're going to show the
movies.
room to?
Oh God, what's in the room?
Well,
you don't want to know.
I do
Oh, you
want to
do.
know. I
Or
do.
maybe you do.
I don't know. I'm starting to. Hi.
Now he's nervous.
I gotta go.
Wait, what's? Why are we doing this podcast? We should be in the room.
Game on. Anyway.
No, I did improv for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I love improv.
I hate it.
I don't like stand up.
Why?
For the same reason I like.
For the same reason I like other things.
I like acting. Well, it requires a lot of vulnerability and it requires giving up control, which for me as a human, for different
Go
reasons,
on.
is very hard to do.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I kind of like
So you're
it.
controlling?
Yes.
In what way?
In the kind of way that you're hoping for.
All right.
I think you're the only one that's been on the show that's been able to make him blush and get nervous.
I know.
He's all flustered.
Well,
He's like, he doesn't even know what to say. He's so
I don't. There's so much happening right now in my brain. I'm like, should I?
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know.
But yeah, improv is great. It really helps a lot. I think I tell anyone who says, "How can I get into the business?" I say start with improv, because you need the training for it. Even like as a director or a writer, take improv, because it's gonna teach you. It's only gonna teach you how to be better at writing or coming off with something right off the top of your head that interior room. What's happening? I don't know. Fucking kitchen. Great. Who's there? Bob and his wife. And they're arguing. What about? It's that quick, And it's just like doing a scene on the stage.
Yeah, it takes you out of your comfort zone and it makes you just see differently when you're, it just makes you visualize and think of different concepts randomly, and it helps you actually in your writing too, because it lets you expand it a little bit more when you're actually writing. When you're doing improv, like I said, you start to visualize more, but then it gives you more systematic when you're writing something. When you're writing something, you already have that potential to expand on nothing. So now you can even expand on it even more as it's written down.
What I like about improv is that you have these rules you have to follow in order for the scene to work.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the first one's environment, then it's relationship, then it's conflict, raise the stakes, resolution. 5 things you need. It's 5 things you need to tell a story.
Yep.
Right? So
Or boobs and blood.
Right, well,
that's a different kind of story.
in this mix of with the environment, the relationship, the conflict. What is that? She's naked, covered in blood. I didn't do it. Hold the knife. Am I?
Has anyone done an improv horror movie?
No.
I think that would be interesting. Improv horror?
Be hard to do because you'd have to pre-schedule your effects.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
That's the only way special effects work is you have to all right, scene 5, we're getting a fucking neck slit, so we need that done weeks early.
It's so crazy because we just wrapped. Well, kind of wrapped. We got our last shoot Sunday, but we shot our movie a month ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago.
Has it been that long already?
Yeah, and
it's March, dude.
the effects is what is fucking slows everything down, man. We literally shot. I mean, I think the movie's probably going to be around an hour and 10 minutes in 3 days. That's just insanity. And
I shot a Hallmark
for her
movie.
being new to the business.
We shot a Hallmark movie in Socorro in 14 days.
Yeah, that's
crazy. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous hours. 16-hour days.
We had a locker room scene.
Ridiculous.
We had a locker room scene, and we had 2 kills in this locker room scene. We were there for 4 hours. That's all we had. And we got both of the kills in, and we had 3 scenes left, and we only had 20 minutes to get out of there. We shot 3 scenes in 20 minutes. It was just insanity. But I'm 30 minutes into the edit, and it looks good. It sounds good. It's a fucking miracle that I have what I have with the way we did things. And what's crazy
the miracle is that you shot a movie about cheerleaders and didn't put me in it.
Next time.
Well, it's a miracle that you actually shot a movie. But this movie's been in development for over a year, so I'm just surprised that it got done.
A whole year. But the crazy thing is, when we were leading up to the shoot, I think it was about 2 weeks out, and super small crew. We had a DP, we had my son, Bo, and we had this kid, Adam, who's a film student. He's wanted to get experience and didn't know what his place was.
Did you use all natural lighting?
No, we used lighting. Yeah, we had lighting.
And who shot it?
And then I had Tanner, the DP.
We just I know about him.
He's worked with us a couple times.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm sitting here trying to figure out who's going to be what in the crew, and I'm like, I think I need another set of hands here just to keep control of the script and do the slate, notes, stuff like that. So I put an ad up.
Most sets have a person called a script.
Yeah. Well, not when you have a 3-man crew. So anyway, I posted an ad on Facebook. I said, hey, I need an extra set of hands. Not a lot of pay. If you need some experience, you're trying to break into the business, it's perfect for you. And Julia messaged me, and I posted the ad at 7 in the morning or something crazy, and she messaged me right away. And
you'll regret this.
Wait, who's up at 7 o'clock in the morning?
I'm up at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, dude, I'm up at 5.
I'm editing.
You got kids.
I'm editing by 7 o'clock every morning. So we talked a little bit online, and then she came out, and I'm telling you right now, if I didn't have her, there's no fucking way this movie
Good
would
job.
have.
Nice.
It would have been.
So were you a script soup?
Disaster.
Is that what you did, basically? Script supervisor?
She was literally next to me the whole time with the script, making sure everybody's hitting their lines, doing slate.
That's script soup.
Making notes when I told her notes. But the way we had to shoot stuff, like we were shooting half of a scene, like the bottom half of the scene,
Yeah.
and then we had to shoot the top half of the scene.
That would
And
be
I'm
labeled
one.
as like scene number A or B.
Yeah,
or
that's what we
C.
did. We ended up
Yeah.
like A, B, C, D, whatever. But she literally kept control of all of that.
That sounds great.
And
You really sound great.
it was one of those situations where I didn't.
Well, that's the control
know
that she
how
likes.
much
She
I
likes the
needed.
control.
I love it.
Yeah, and she was just
Oh, she's
absolutely
Russian.
amazing.
What do you want?
Absolutely amazing. So
Thank you.
I
Good
owe
job.
her. I owe her the world.
Congratulations. That's
And,
great, man. That's highly.
Oh, it was just. It was
I don't ever
incredible.
hear you brag about anybody.
No.
Yeah.
Usually, like this fucking asshole.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
I talk shit about people, but there's literally nothing I can talk shit about with her because she was just.
And that was your first movie?
Well, first one. The only other one was a short,
Ah.
a week or two before.
Very good.
And she, I told her, I said, she's like, well, what do you think I'm going to be doing? I was like, well, I'm thinking of making you like script supervisor. She's like, oh my God, I've never done that before.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's fine. Like, we have a little system that we do.
Yeah.
I'll teach you it. You'll be great. And
Got a little crash
like,
course in
She's
how we
like,
make
why are your
movies.
pants off? Like, this is how I operate. She's like,
complete professional.
All right, Joss Whedon.
Yeah. No, it'd be Harvey
Thank you so much.
Who? Why? Josh Whedon's known for taking his pants off?
Well, he was harassing
Isn't
people.
every director in Hollywood known for taking their pants off?
I'm not.
That's Weinstein.
Yeah.
Weinstein was that guy. But, you don't want to be him either.
They're all like that, I'm sure.
No, but I'm sure that the crash course that you took with Chris, because this is a different way of making movies.
Oh, yeah.
The very
She
short.
probably went into shock. Like, what is going on?
So if you ever get into a big studio, it's going to be a lot longer and a lot more stress.
Well, yeah, she just worked on a made-for-TV movie.
Made-for-TV.
How many shoots
Was that
was
shot
It was
here?
12 days. Yes, it
12
was.
days.
Was
What's
that
the
an
name
LA
of it?
crew?
Yes.
What's
most
the
of
name of the
it.
movie?
I'm sorry?
One
What's the
question
name
at a
of the
time,
movie?
guys.
Hold on. Well, I think I know what the guys who made it.
Spring Break Nightmare.
Yeah, I saw that in the paper. I was like, I bet that's the movie she worked on.
That's the movie we worked on. It was pretty intense. Just
Did
like
you know the
15,
AD?
16-hour days. I met everybody. Same thing. Somebody sent me in a Facebook ad. You need a PA.
I mean, do you
and I was
remember
like,
their names?
Yes. So Helena. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on her last name. And then Dylan Vox was the director.
And the
She was the.
AD? She was the AD.
Yeah.
What about a line producer? Anybody named Bernie or Glenn?
There
No?
was no Bernies or Glens there. Definitely not.
Was this all an
Jamie?
out-of-state crew?
Was there a
pretty
Jamie?
much, or-
No.
In art department? Redhead?
No.
Okay, not the same movie then.
Was this
Sorry.
pretty much
Was that
out-of-state?
Yeah,
crew
they
and-
were 90%. Other than the PAs, they
Yeah.
were all LA people. Yeah.
That's the thing. They're like, ooh, we're bringing Hallmark. Yeah, but all the fucking out-of-state people are working on it.
Yeah.
Like, there's like a handful
Yeah.
of locals. It sucks.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't make movies here, bro. That's why I go to LA.
Yeah, it sucks.
Because there's no. The support that's given is great locally. Both the film commissioners, Tyler Martin and Tony Armour, are doing amazing jobs at what they're doing, as much as they can. It's not their fault that these movies are coming in to shoot here from out of town and they're not hiring locals.
Right.
Technically, it's not their fault. The problem is that the infrastructure, and I've been saying this for years, is that the Tampa St. Pete area's infrastructure, as far as having real crew, real line producers, location managers, is very limited.
Mhm.
And the people who are coming up into the industry in this I started here in 2001 in Tampa. I started in acting and filmmaking in 1995. But in 2001 we made our first feature film here locally, and I consider that like that's when I did it, right? So 2001.
And was your first movie a feature?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called Unearthed. It was it had Tom Savini in it. It was a sci-fi action film. It's horrible.
What was your budget on it?
Horrible. 300,000.
Damn.
Horrible.
How did you get $300,000 for your first movie?
I didn't. I was producing. My buddy Greg, who was the writer director, also funded it. He came on, brought me on, We had Marcus do the effects. You know, it wasn't bad, but it was for the time we thought it was great. But I just watched it recently.
Did you direct that?
No, I just produced it. I starred in it. Me and Tom Savini played detectives.
I was just thinking about that now. You're just like, Tom Savini is a detective.
That's what I was just
Yeah.
in my head. I was like, well, I don't picture that either.
Or
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, well, why not? I could be a detective.
He could be a dick. He could be a dick.
The audience. No, but anyway, so since then, right, and then I left. I went to England for a while. I came back 2006, and I started this company called the Tampa Film Network. And we had about, I don't know, 300 followers right away. Now it's up to like 15,000.
Do you have Florida Film Network or Tampa?
Yeah, no,
Florida?
I had Tampa
Okay.
Film Network. I started that, and then we changed, and then I had a whole bunch of people on my board.
Wait, is that the Facebook group?
Hold on. So there was.
I asked the questions here.
I have a very limited set of skills.
Good luck.
Me and Chris Wood started the Tampa Film Network, and it blossomed into what is now called the Florida Film Network because I want to be a 501c3. I want to be an LLC. I need to get a board of directors. I got a bunch of board of directors on. And then that board of directors, who had no experience in the industry at all, they've never really made feature films or anything. They're just local people who want to do, Bobby Hill. I don't know if you know these people.
Yeah, I know them all.
Goodspeed, the Ellen Schnur.
Mhm.
They were on the board. And at one point, we just started arguing over a production that was being made, and they wanted to shut the production down because they weren't invited to produce the production. It was only the network's job to give them the money to make the film. Right? We had like $500 we raised. We were going to give it to somebody to make a short film. We gave it to John Croft, and he was making a short film. Well, they got pissed off. The board got pissed off that they weren't producers by name on the project. And I said, you're being stupid. I get a call one morning. They had shut the project down and wasn't going to release any more funds. And I was like, what? So I called them. I said, what are you doing? And they're like, it's not fair that we're not producers, blah, 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 so we're shutting it down. So I called a meeting. I had written up my resignation. And I fucking was like...
And you left your own company.
Yeah, I threw it at them. I was like, I'm out of here. Fuck this board. You guys are fucking dumb.
The
whole point of the network was to help people make movies.
Right. And
you're shutting them down because of your own fucking egos?
Yeah.
Fuck off. So I stepped away from the Tampa Film Network. And I was like, they can have it. And then Kara Lee, my business partner, she's like, no, retard, it's all in your name anyways. And I was like, oh, all right, well, fuck it. Who wants it? And Dan Brienza stepped up. So we kind of flipped it over to Dan Brienza, and I said, fucking take this thing and do whatever you want with it. And he turned it into the Florida Film Network, which now has like 15,000 followers.
Right.
But ever since then...
And none of them do anything.
Ever since then, I said, the problem is there's no fucking infrastructure.
All they do is like they get together with meetings and then like bullshit and then nothing happens.
That's why I was done with them. I'm like, you guys
It's like
can't...
Boys Club.
But then you got other directors in the area who are like, well, I'm going to make 8 movies this year. Bitch, you ain't going to make
one movie
that's 8 seconds. Like, shut up. What are you talking? And that's the problem here. You'll find quickly that is going to be a biggest problem.
The problem is people, one, don't have any money, which is huge. So, like, I feel like I'm good at what I do.
I was looking at my camera, and I felt like
Your hand is like...
my hand was off.
He is so high.
I'm kind of...
Right.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I'm good at what I do as far as making a $3,000 movie in 5 days or under and making a decent profit on it. But there's a lot of people that they're so hung up on money that they don't get anything done. They're waiting for somebody to just, here, I give you $1 million to make a movie. And they don't want to put in the effort. Like, there's a lot of effort involved. Like Tony just said, it took me a year to get this movie off the ground because I couldn't find a stupid locker room. Like, that was the hardest thing to find. And you just got to keep at it. Keep going. Push yourself. And nobody has the will to do that.
What do you think?
Yeah,
So
What do
I
I
said
do?
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe
What
does
the
stuff.
fuck are you talking about? Man, I just had a
But
fucking
it's just-
meeting yesterday for fucking $2 million. Get the fuck out of here.
I need $2 million.
For real. Yeah, I'll know by. We'll probably have an answer by Friday whether or not Fish People's happening.
Fish people.
Yeah.
You're filming that in out west.
Yeah, I'm thinking. We were thinking Las Vegas because of that ghost town called Nelson, but now we're thinking about moving the production to New Mexico. Since when I was out there, I met a bunch of people, and one of the people I met, this beautiful, lovely older woman, Shay Bradshaw. She's in her 70s. She's been making movies since Burt Reynolds, was Good Luck Good. She is very. Her whole job is to work the incentive. Like she knows all the paperwork. She knows all the whatever. So she's like, "Yeah, I'll come on and do all your incentive paperwork." I was like, "I guess I'm shooting in New Mexico because it's 35% incentive. Even though we won't probably spend the entire $2 million there because some of it's got to go to LA for the effects and that kind of shit. We'll probably end up spending $1 million. That's $350,000 in the end.
Right.
Thanks, fucking Bugatti."
Mm.
I'm kidding. I would never buy a Bugatti.
Yeah, that's just stupid. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You can't fit in a Bugatti.
He could wake up in one though.
I woke up in a new Bugatti. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. I could wake up before my grandma puts on her makeup because she wanted to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what were we talking about?
I don't.
Fuck knows, man.
Who
gone.
knows?
Let's
We get off
talk
on
about.
tangents and then just
Let's talk about the premiere of South Essential.
What's that?
You dumb fuck. Dude, first of all,
South
I
Essential,
was
ladies and
not
gentlemen, is on the Real People, Real Content channel, as this show is on YouTube. Just giving you guys a heads up. If you haven't seen it already, I'm pretty sure you guys did, especially if you're listening to this now.
yeah. But man, dude, he dropped that on Friday, and I have a show on YouTube called South Essential. It's about a child actor who's now an adult, addicted to weed, and lives in a garage, and has no
quite
money.
the stretch.
True life story.
Yeah. So I was never a child actor though.
Oh.
I mean, oh man, if I could have been. So basically, he's in denial. He's not in denial. His life is shit. He hates his life, but people still think he's got money because he's famous. So it's a comedy. It's on YouTube. We've been done with the first season for about 6 months, and we started shooting the second season. But we changed the channel from where South Essential was to this channel that this is on, and it premiered at like I don't know 8,700 views.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was kind of
Pretty
cool.
Yeah, I think it's about 9,000 now.
Is it?
Today, yeah. And then the next
know,
one's
man.
coming out Wednesday.
Yeah. So episode 2 will be out Wednesday. It's got 13 episodes.
Oh, so you just released the first episode?
Yeah, we just did the first episode. We'll do it weekly.
Yep. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m.
Yeah, I need to remake the bumpers.
You're a bumper.
Do you like that? Like that's so frustrating to me. Like watching an episode and then I gotta wait a week for the next one.
When I was a kid,
Like
that's how
I'm
it
in
was.
I'm in such the binge culture now.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy. Like I just started watching Euphoria season 2 yesterday because it hadn't all been out yet. I haven't watched the Pam and Tommy because it's not out yet. Like I can't start it unless all the episodes are out.
You might be able to.
It drives me crazy. Yeah.
But you know what? For me, it's
Like I did that with Yellow Jackets. I started watching it and I got to like season
can
4.
talk.
I got to season 4 and I had to wait for a week for the
On top
next
of it?
episode because I was a pain in the ass. I was like, this sucks.
Do you partake
I
in
hate
the
that.
binge culture, Julia? Binge?
I prefer that, but
Yeah.
I mean, there are shows that I'll watch week at a time if I have no other choice.
I just want to
Yeah.
watch the whole show in like
Yeah.
2 days. I'm good.
Yeah.
Because it sets like a
Sounds
good,
like you need a hobby.
Yeah, it does.
Really? He's gonna
That's
be.
my hobby, binge watching shit.
You wouldn't watch the Justice League for 4 hours, but you'll binge watch a show for 20 hours.
Yeah, it's true. It's so weird, right?
It makes no sense to me.
It's weird. I was just having a conversation about that the other day. I was like, I'll binge watch something 10 episodes for an hour each episode.
Yeah.
I
You know
won't
what
watch
I'm
a
stuck
4-hour
on?
movie.
Reality
what about it?
shows.
Your concept of reality?
No, my concept of reality is
Like, what are you
way
watching?
stranger than anyone could imagine.
What reality show are you watching?
Right now it's West Coast Customs.
Yeah, I know. I don't watch
car-
TV.
it's a
Just
car
like the
show.
car show.
It's about redoing cars.
stuff.
It's really cool, man.
I used to watch
Aha.
Pimp
They
My
do all
Ride.
the-
Remember Pimp My Ride?
That's was a.
Where
I
they
didn't
take
like that
a
as much.
junk ass car,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and pimp it out, and look all
Yeah, man, it was
badass.
exhibit,
But they don't fix what's wrong with the car. They don't fix the engine.
They just paint the
Car
car.
looks cool, but it don't.
It's like a
Right.
good, nicely painted turd.
Yeah,
We got a 1985 Plymouth.
which is
Man.
bad. Except the reality. Pretty turd.
Do you watch The Bachelor?
I have
Julia?
not.
No.
it's
What do you
not.
watch?
The last show I started watching Severance, which I
Okay.
like.
Oh, how is
I
that?
really like
That
Yellow
actually looks
Jacket.
really.
I like
interesting.
it.
You
But
like it?
it's also frustrating because you get in
Yeah.
a mood, because I just found it and I was like, okay, 3 episodes in, and then you have to like wait a week, and
exactly. I hate that.
Oh, I see.
I-
Yeah.
I like watching shows that people used to talk about, and it was like, oh, it's so great, and then like I'm always behind the fad, like a couple years. Like I just started watching Westworld.
Oh, it's a good show.
But I like watching it after the fact, so like I don't look at all the spoilers, and if they did spoil, I forgot them because it's been so long. So that's ultimately when I generally watch movies, like stuff like that. Like Bird Box, or what is it? Was that what it's called? Bird Box from Netflix.
Is that
Wasn't
that's the one with Sandra Bullock?
Sandra Bullock, yeah. See,
It's a show?
no, it's a movie, but it was a big fad that was on Netflix. Like I didn't
Fell
watch it
asleep.
during the whole time,
Yeah,
but
I fell asleep halfway.
I mean, it was terrible, but I didn't watch it till recently, like within the last month.
Does anybody watch Euphoria?
No,
Oh, man. I'm
not,
stuck on these reality
not till next
shows.
year.
Dude.
Not till next year.
I'll tell you what. So I hadn't watched Euphoria. I watched the first season. I mean, God, it was probably over a year ago, and they just came out with season 2. And I watched the first episode yesterday. The cinematography in that show is freaking incredible. Like their lighting and the camera movement is
Who's in that show?
unbelievable. What's her name? The chick from Spider-Man, Tom Holland's.
Oh, Zendaya.
Zendaya.
She's hot.
Zendaya,
I
Sydney
don't think so.
Sweeney.
I disagree with
It's
you.
about like the whole show's
I
about
do.
teenagers,
Regular.
or drug addict teenagers, basically.
Oh, so it's like
I
kids.
think she's a little too.
So it's like that one movie, Kids.
But it's so good. Their music, like everything in this show is like on point, and a lot of like real racy
Did
subject
you watch
matter.
Tick Tick Boom? With
I haven't
Andrew
seen it.
Garfield? It's a musical.
I want to see that. I do want to see that. I want to
We
see.
should watch it together.
We
I'll
should.
bring the popcorn.
Yeah, we're gonna hold hands.
Well, that sounds good.
Well, I don't know
Not
why
that
you
there's
take it
anything
so
wrong with
far
that.
like that.
Oh, that's just
Like
the
I
beginning.
mentioned, it'd be funny if I was in jean shorts and a cutoff shirt the other day, and Converse or something, and you said, "Yeah, high heel Converse." Like, why do you gotta take me? You always put me in a dress.
Well,
I'm not saying I wouldn't for you, buddy, but
I
I'm
think
just
he
saying.
secretly loves you and wishes
Who
you were a
doesn't?
girl.
Right?
That's why he
Well,
wants to put you in dresses and high
So my
heels.
wife
It's more to love. More to
You
love.
were a girl.
More to love.
Your wife says she wishes you were a girl.
Sometimes.
I'm sorry. I was like, we have to take a pause
Yeah.
on that.
If I'm wearing a
Yeah,
dress,
she's
it's really up to her.
It's when he comes out in her underwear and she's like, "Ugh, I wish you were a girl."
She's like, you have the thongs on backwards.
We've all made dudes put on our thongs. Who hasn't done that?
Yeah. Well, sometimes I don't take them off. That's the problem.
Well, if she wishes you were a girl, it's not a problem.
Yeah, that's true. She doesn't, though.
Interesting.
She loves my manliness.
Yeah.
Big burly, hairy.
Yeah, man. What do you want, bro? I'm like
He's a bear.
I'm a cuddly
Bear?
snuggle bunny.
I don't know about a bunny.
I
I just don't
That's a
get
big bunny.
liking guys.
That's a big bunny.
I don't get it.
What?
I don't
You
get liking guys.
No,
why
'cause
do
you're
girls
straight.
like
Why?
guys?
Oh, because you're straight, dude.
No, I'm just saying, like we're so smelly and gross.
We're
and
not,
hairy
though, man. We're not.
I mean, I'm pretty clean, bro.
and
Yeah.
dumb.
I'm cleanly I'm like
I don't-
literally shaving
We're
from
pretty
head to
dumb.
toe.
Like guys are pretty dumb. Guys are super simple and dumb.
I took a shower today. I don't know about
yeah,
you.
I took.
I'm pretty. Have you not
I'm
seen
wearing
any?
like 5 different kinds of body wash.
Right, but you gotta think girls are soft and pretty, and
So am I. Have
So
you
am
felt
I.
this?
Dude,
Have you
They
felt
smell
this hairy
nice.
body?
Have
It's
you ever-
like a-
so do dudes.
Freshly shaven legs. Have you touched those? Like they're
Fucking
it's
wow.
wonderful.
Your legs are shaved?
Yeah, I shave everything, bro. Everything.
Why?
I don't like hair.
your butthole.
I don't.
Shave your
Yes, I
butthole.
do. Yes, I do.
How do you do that?
A mirror on the ground. You put a mirror on the ground.
You're on the ground and look at your asshole and
Oh, shave my asshole? Yeah.
You don't have to see it. You just
too much information.
Just so I know if I get it.
Like I said, I feel like every day I learn a little more about this guy.
It's no fun just bleaching it.
Okay.
You do not bleach your asshole.
I don't. I shave it. I just said I don't.
Yeah. Why do you? Well, I mean, I get shaving it because it's just in case
It looks more
that
attractive
girl
that way.
comes along.
Really so happy.
You don't want to be hairy down there for her.
Exactly.
You know?
I got to keep it nice and
Yeah.
See, this is what I was talking about when some guys are nicely, groomed.
Yeah.
And clean.
But some women don't like a scorned scrotum,
Well, then that lady's not for me.
right? Some girls are like, yo, I want the hair.
That's gross.
Well,
Julie, I'm
I
sorry.
guess.
That lady is not for me.
Yes.
That lady is not for me. If she like that,
Well, no, I think a woman could either way. If she likes hair, she doesn't like hair. She's just gonna fucking. If you're already at that point where she's looking at your butthole, chances are she's
She
there
probably
for the
likes
rest
you
of the night.
no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Or she's just drunk just enough. She's like, oh, I'm here anyway.
No, I think the worst is when when a girl's like down there, she's like pulling hair out of her mouth. I hate that. I hate
I'm
that.
so sorry that this has gone this direction.
It's not wrong. You don't want to be pulling.
Exactly.
You're in the heat of the moment. You're
Yeah.
working your ass off.
And it's not very
You
attractive.
want to lick your ass off. You're licking someone's ass
But
off.
it's not attractive.
Yeah,
The
hair.
girl's just like, oh wait, stop.
You don't stop. If you're like
No.
if you're an oral pleaser, as I like to brag about.
Yeah, he's really good.
If there's a stray hair gets in there, man, you just work that, you work it into your routine, and eventually it'll just come right back out again. And you can do it.
I'm already a little nauseous.
Where did our show go?
You can do
Our
it all
show has
naturally,
gone
and they never know that you're gagging down there. They don't know. You're like,
Then you're coughing up a little hairball.
and then you're just like, there it is on the tip of your tongue, and you're like, ah.
All right.
They never know.
All
They never
right.
know.
Shifting
They
gears.
never know. I'm just saying.
So embarrassed, Julia.
Just saying.
I'm so embarrassed.
So filmmaking in the area.
She worked on a movie with you. How are you
Yeah.
embarrassed?
He didn't talk about his balls.
Yeah.
Well, because
Or-
he was technically your boss, so it's kind of
Fungus.
We don't normally talk about balls on the show
I
at
don't
all.
normally talk about any of this stuff. I don't know what happened.
I know.
that is not
I think
true.
it was-
Just 2 weeks
been
ago, I was
so
talking
long.
about giving head to Dean Cain. Remember that?
I must have missed that show.
Oh yeah, and then Sydney started talking about sucking toes
huh.
and said that's probably why you don't ever get laid.
Yeah, because he's what?
She said it's probably why you don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
She
No,
wants
it's
to suck
not toes?
Yeah, it's gross.
What? No, I remember being madly in love when I was like 21. He was 20,
And
and
he
I
sucked
went
your
running.
toes?
Well, wait. I went running. I have size 10. I'm a big woman.
Go on.
And that's right. And I went running, and we were walking outside afterwards, and he pulled my foot. I don't remember what we're talking about, something about love. And he's like, yeah, and he stuck that big ass toe in his mouth. I think
After
we
you
made-
went running, it was all
Oh, yeah.
sweaty and
Oh
stuff.
my God. We
Oh,
probably fucked
no.
like 20 times a day. So hot. There was nothing about him I didn't like. Just
Nice.
he would like write poetry. He would like.
And
I
that
was
was
out-
20.
So you liked that?
Yeah.
That he did that?
the fact that somebody would just like me in my non-sexiest. I found.
What'd
that
you look
hot.
like when you were 20?
Like this, but
20?
younger. Yeah,
Nice.
but
All
brown hair. So the blonde is new.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
What I look like.
I was just saying, like,
I
where
guess-
you like, you're like, I was 400 pounds.
I was thinner. This is probably the
Yeah.
heaviest I've been. Yeah.
I looked like Aretha Franklin
Yeah.
when I was 20. Now I look like this.
I was born a young black man.
So Julia, let's shift the whole conversation to our guest. I think this is pretty much has gone off the rails. I think
Yeah.
we lost
It's
focus of
totally
what's
off.
going on. So let's get more focused now, okay? So
Yes.
what's next for you?
He's so dramatic, folks.
Starting to
Collective
make
issues, Johnny
conquering
Carson.
maybe the social media world, as many people hate it. I think to be funny or to share things, it's a great avenue to do that.
Mhm.
And the downside of people having no attention span is the obvious, but also the upside is you can do things in like trial and error and put things out quickly and learn. So for me, it's just, I have all these skit ideas. I have these things like I've storyboarded. So now it's just actually taking the time and starting to film this week and
Very nice.
either having people love or hate me, whichever.
Well,
So do you want to make comedies?
That is what is intuitive and natural to me, but I also want to explore.
But you also know there's no money in it, right?
It's okay.
Okay.
I mean, it depends.
why is it always about money with you, man?
Because
Well, it depends on like how you're
Take
looking
this
at it.
opportunity. I'm just saying. You should take this opportunity
Yeah.
as a Russian
Mm-hmm.
and do something that geared towards a Russian in America at a time like this, and do fake newscasts.
Oh, this sounds
In Russian.
not at all like I'm gonna get death threats.
No. What I mean is, like, you're just reported on dumb shit as a Russian, like I don't know. It's just
Obviously.
funny to me.
I'll take the
It'd
idea.
be funny, like
I
a
will
man on the
consider it.
street, but like you're Russian.
I
Uh-huh.
I
thank
don't
you.
know. Yeah, well, I'm just pointing out the obvious.
So what is your
You got
project you have?
This is the perfect time to nab something and run with it.
What
So what's your
project?
project you're having? Like you're about to do something? Like you're about to shoot it?
Oh, I have a bunch of shorts I'm low budget gonna make, and then there's a few people that I met. They're working with you, like Adam. We're gonna team up and just do some skits together and film it and see what happens. Yeah,
What
Okay.
social media platforms are you using?
I'm using none currently, but I will
None?
be using probably Instagram and
Instagram is
TikTok.
probably the best, right?
Yeah,
Instagram.
and TikTok.
Instagram,
I mean, as
TikTok.
much as people hate it, but like,
TikTok's okay, but you can't really get your product out, I don't think, in a fast enough time frame, right?
hey, you'd have to produce a lot. It depends what your goal is. Like,
Yeah.
are you trying to make a living? Are you trying to explore and get feedback? I mean, there are people that make a living from social media
Oh, yeah,
platforms
sure.
through
there's a million of
sponsorships,
them.
etc. It
There's
just
a million of them, and
Right.
we're millionaires.
yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on what, like, my goal. I walked away from money because I realized living in that cycle. I was literally spending. This is not an exaggerated amount. Sounds insane. Like $4,000 on food alone per month when living in Cal. Just because I need, like, that was my way of coping. I probably
That's about what I spend.
Well, yeah. So you understand.
Between the Twinkies and the ice cream. And, yeah.
But you can live your life
Well,
like.
you just
if-
said he spent what, $80 on a Reese's?
Well, I had it Ubered.
Wait, what?
I Ubered a Reese's cup from the 7-Eleven. It was $82.50.
It was $82.
I want to know more about you. I like.
It's all on Google, baby. And Pornhub.
Yeah.
And fans only. Fan me, I'm sorry. Our sponsor.
FanMe.live. Content creators.
Yeah, we have a new one on there now called Shaved Butthole. You should check
boy.
it out.
It's a
Oh,
video of
yeah.
Tony
And all
shaving his
that.
asshole. Is like that would get a million hits, right?
No, it's just two
Tony
dudes
with the
arguing
mirror on
over
the
how to
ground.
shave their buttholes. You never actually see them shave their buttholes,
Oh.
but they talk about the technique of what they could do to help
Yeah.
shave their buttholes.
Yeah.
That would sell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they never see it, though. They're just like, no, man. you
Unless
gotta
they
be
want to.
under, you gotta
That's
squat
gonna be
on a
for my family
mirror,
side.
You got to use a fucking Bic razor.
No, you don't know. No, that's too much. That's
The other one's like, use a Dremel with a blade on it.
No. That's weird.
I don't know how
Anyway,
to do
back
it.
to
I'm sorry.
I still don't know what movie you're making. Like, what is it about?
I'm not making
It's a
any-
short.
Shorts, man.
Yeah,
you never
it's like
spin.
little 30-second skits.
Ah,
And then I'm
okay.
working to write. I'm actually writing something more serious based on true life events, which are
Oh, man,
much
that sounds
more dramatic.
Let me ask you a question.
Already there.
Kind of is.
Do you feel
Yeah.
like you write good?
Well,
Like, you feel like-
well,
Do I good?
do you write good?
No, I mean, like, as far as comedy goes, like, do you feel like you're a good writer?
So
as
I
far as
don't write it.
comedy
I
goes?
see it in my head, the angles like that I'm drawing. Like I could see, hey, you come. I don't have all the technical. Like you pan in here, and here's how the angle, and here's how this person would say it, and then
It's very
the,
Russian of you.
So,
You're like, you
is
come
that-
here. Now, stand. Look there. Be sad.
well, I just kind of see it played out in my mind, and
Right.
so the skill is more like how do you write it down, and then how do you storyboard
We
it?
don't really have to write that stuff. You need to write, like, the dialogue.
Right.
And then storyboarding is going to give you your angles and all
Exactly.
that stuff.
So it's like it's going backwards. So first I see it,
Or a
then I
shot
write it
list
down,
or
and
whatever.
then I joined a writing group where I'm going to write this more serious, more dramatic script relating to
What's the
mental health
writing
and-
group?
It's this guy that I met through my acting class. He's also directed some stuff, and he's put together a group where we just
Who's your acting coach?
Eugenie Bondra.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she was on the show.
I knew them very well. Yeah.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We had her on the show.
So to answer, am I a good writer? I think some things I've written for the 5 seconds I had a blog, I enjoy it. I think I'm okay at it, but it's a skill. So unless you're doing it constantly, I'm not as good as I can be if I did it like on a weekly, daily basis.
Because I'm trying to find someone to, I'm gonna say co-write, but they're gonna kind of write more of it than
Let's
me.
do it. I'm there. Let's do it.
But I'm looking for. I'm trying to get a movie called Goth Girl off the ground, and it's. Did you ever see Valley Girl? The movie Valley Girl with Nicolas Cage. It was like one of Nicolas Cage's first
I'm
movies.
sure I have. Yeah.
Anyway, it's kind of like that movie, but kind of reversed.
Okay.
So Valley Girl's about a girl that's, they live in the valley. They talk like "gag me with a spoon" and all that, and they meet Nicolas Cage, who's like this punk burnout guy, and the Valley Girl and him kind of fall in love, and all her friends are against it, and so she ends up choosing her friends over him, and then in the end he scoops her out of the prom and they take off anyway. So it's going to be like an executive. This guy is a big executive. He's real clean cut and stuff, and he meets this gothic girl by chance and ends up falling in love with her, but all his buddies are kind of like, what the fuck, right, with this freak or whatever. And then it kind of reverses in the end. Anyway,
sounds like this.
I want it to be
Susan.
I want it to be like real A24. Have you ever seen A24 films like Hot Summer Nights or Licorice Pizza, shit like that? Like that kind of quirky comedy. Yeah, quirky,
cerebral.
Yeah, I really like that kind of stuff.
I think what he's saying is he can't write like that.
I can't write like that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find a female that can write that type of stuff. And
he wants a romantic.
I haven't really I haven't really done it yet because I'm editing this movie, and once I'm finished, I'll probably start taking that more serious. And I'm going to try to find money. It's a decent amount of money for it. But that's down the line.
I would like to write something, and then you let me know.
Let's
but this is probably off
Kate
podcast.
Danning. Let's secure Kate Danning as the lead. She's the goth girl.
Yeah, I'm trying to find
Will Arnett as the
Who's
dude.
the first one you said?
Kate Danning.
Who's
From
that?
Two Broke Girls.
Two Broke Girls.
Oh,
She's
Kat
in
Dennings.
Thor. Yeah, Kat Dennings.
Yeah.
Kate Dennings. Yeah.
Same difference.
I don't feel her.
God damn.
Yeah, right? I love her.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I dressed up as a fucking peppermint stick. It doesn't matter.
She definitely fits it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like an up and coming, like someone that's done a couple things.
Up and coming. Dude, there's a plethora of actors out there that are attainable.
Sure.
You just gotta ask.
I know.
Yeah. What's your budget? I'm looking at
I don't know yet.
right now.
I'm not gonna be anything like that.
Why not? Why go low?
Because I don't know where to get $1 million.
I'm always going out there, dude.
You want to help me produce it?
I'm going out there getting.
You want to help me produce it?
Yes.
All right, we'll produce it.
All right.
Get the money. We'll make the fucking.
Well, I'm
movie.
having money. Well, I got money coming in for Fish People. That'll probably be the end of the week. So then we're all going to New Mexico or somewhere to shoot it. I want to bring you two guys out.
Yeah.
As
I'm
our
always down,
BTS dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You come out, fucking shoot all the behind the scenes and shit. So, but just because of that, dude, there's so much you can do, man.
I still want to make
so
Dead
much
House.
you can do.
I still want to make Dead House.
Yeah, well, I need to raise 5 for that, I think.
Yeah.
And I haven't done it yet because I've been concentrating on getting Fish People done. But if the goal is to ride Fish People on the coattails of Sorority, right? And if we can, the goal is to be in production as Sorority hits the theaters in October. So
here, honestly, this is just you and me talking here.
Yeah.
Nobody's listening.
Fuck the rest of them, right?
Do you feel like you're gonna make your money back on Sorority of the Damned?
Yeah.
How do you plan to do that?
We already have a marketing manager involved.
You're gonna like cut trailers on TV
it's
and all
all
TV spots.
It's
and
all
everything?
done, man. It's all done. We don't do any of that shit.
So how much of the budget was actually production?
90%.
90.
Yeah.
And then
at
the other
least.
10% is for marketing and whatever.
Yeah, marketing came in way. When we did sorority, we didn't budget in. We didn't have to budget in marketing because we knew that Roy was going to walk it right to his people. And his people are the same guys that do all of Jason Bloom shit and all that.
So you
stuff.
have a distribution deal already in place?
Already done. So now the investors I talked to yesterday.
Why do I keep hearing bass? Like
Yeah, I feel like there's a techno club close by.
It's next to it's next to it, but it's not in our audio.
And I don't mind it. At first I thought it was my heart. I was like, oh, here's
You don't have
another
one of
heart
those.
attack. Here's another heart attack.
Doom, doom, over and over for like an hour. Like change the.
All right, Dad, settle down.
Anyway.
So you naughty kids. So the goal is to now we are going to take Fish People and get that in production before we release Sorority. Sorority is going to be done in like 3 or 4 weeks. Like we're supposed to have all of our visual effects back on the 15th of March.
Do you have a trailer out yet?
No, we need our visual effects back.
Oh, okay.
As soon as those come back sometime between 15th now, and then that'll come in, and then it's all going to go to audio for sound design. Music's already almost done. We're like 90% done with music. And then it'll go to ADR, get cleaned up and shit. So we're looking at like, what are we in, March, April, May? Probably June. Like, we'll be fully done. It'll be done in June, and we're just going to sit on it through the summer and release it in October. While we're doing that, but we're going to be in pre-production for Attack of the Fish People. And the goal with that is to take the pre-production stuff that we're going to have, the post-production stuff we're going to have from Sorority, use Roy's connections, and we're going to walk those right into Netflix and Screen Gems. And then that's when we'll pitch the idea for making Sorority into a series. And that's the goal, you know. And I just met with investors last night. I told them all this shit. I said, listen, this is what's happening, you know. And I got Fish People is still out to about 6 different investors. So there's plenty of money out there.
Right.
You just have to go look for it. And that's what I feel like a lot of filmmakers don't want to do, including you, is you don't want to sit around and wait for money. You want to go make your fucking movies for 10 or 20 grand, 50 grand. And that's not wrong. That's how I start. You know, I say I started like that, but
I feel like if you make a $50,000 movie, you will never make your money back ever.
Not with that kind of attitude.
No, I'm just saying, like it's impossible because
it isn't.
There's no marketing. You won't have any marketing behind it.
You don't need it, man.
Because you're dropping all your money on the production.
No, you don't know. You got to go about it differently. You got to make your content, get a hell of a graphic artist, have them do all your posters and artwork, pay $400 or $500 for that shit because you're gonna need it. But when you do it, have them do everything scaled for Instagram because you got to scale that shit down on Instagram. Have them scale it all down for Twitter, scale it all down for Facebook, and be ready to go with TikTok and shit like that because when it comes time to market it, that's it. That's social media is your marketing platform now. Nobody watches fucking cable.
That's my problem. I don't have an Instagram. Like I don't use Instagram very much or Twitter.
Right.
And I know those are probably the 2 best platforms.
So what? It's okay, man, because all you need to do is you make your movie for 50 grand, let's say. Now you just start calling drive-ins. Hey, I got a movie. You know, we made it for 50 grand. It'd be great for like a weekend at your drive-in. I'll send you the thumb drive or the whatever they want. Thumb drives now, everything's digital. They'll probably just download it. And then they'll play and see what they'll do for you. Play your movie for the weekend. And you can hit up every drive-in on your own. It just takes legwork, man. And that's all you have to do. And then fuck festivals because they don't really help anyone anymore anyways. You know, people don't go to festivals anymore to watch to see the next best movie unless it's Cannes or
they go to see
South
their
by
movie
Southwest.
and leave.
Yeah, they go to see their movies and that kind of shit. I haven't put a movie in a festival in like 10 years.
Yeah, me either.
There's no reason. I just get it right.
Well, I ran a festival, so I understand like how it works.
So that's why like with this cheerleader movie you just did, you should get the. Did you take stills and shit of all that?
Yeah, we got a bunch of stills.
I would hire a fucking top-notch graphic designer to make your posters, because that's all you need.
Mhm.
People are gonna know what your movie is. You know, they're gonna already know because you're posting pictures and shit on your Instagram. Do you have a separate Instagram for the movie
I have
itself?
an Instagram. No, just my personal.
See, I make them for every movie I do. Like Sorority's got its own Instagram.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of
And
followers.
how do you get people to follow them?
Who
Like,
fucking knows? I don't know.
you just invite people to it? Or?
Yeah, I tag it in everything I do. Everything. Red Gears makes a post, all my shit's tagged. I make a post, Red Gears and Sorority and Blood Brothers, it's all tagged. You got to tag everything. It all has to be tagged because someone needs to see that and link to that, to tap on that, to go to. It's crazy. That's why there's social media managers now.
Mhm.
Yep.
You know, like. Anyways.
And marketing.
So that's Joe's
Marketing is expensive.
training on how to
Marketing
promote your
101.
movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a 101.
Yeah.
He's not going to charge you for this time, though.
I was thinking about doing a class here on how, for people to make pitch decks.
Mhm.
Because I've seen some pitch decks in the area and they look like fucking shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not going to raise any money. And I'm like, how do you know? Well, because I've raised about $4 million already. So that's how I know.
I'll take your class.
Yeah.
First customer.
Great. Perfect.
There you go.
Yeah. So I wanted to do a pitch deck meeting, like a class to show, like, listen, this is what you need. You need a poster, you need pictures, you need concepts, you need artwork, you need all this shit in your deck. So when you hand it to an investor or they look at it on their phone, they can just start scanning up their fucking thing, be like, wow, that's a cool thing. Oh, that's neat. Who cares about the camera? They don't give a fuck about the camera because they don't know what any of the fuck that means anyway. You might as well put a fucking outline of the space station there. Be like, all right. You know what I mean? Like,
I think all the investor cares about is how much am I going to make?
ROI.
They don't care about what the movie's about
That's
or
all they
who's
care
in
about.
it. All I care about is I'm giving you this much money. How much
And
am I
you're
getting
wrong.
back?
You know what I've learned investors care most about?
What? The person. You're selling yourself,
person.
of course.
You have to convince them that you're going to take
That's in
$1 million
anything.
of their $1 million. I need $1 million from you. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, and this. And I'm going to do it with a smile. And I'm going to write you every day. And you're going to love me. And your kids are going to love me. And your grandkids are going to love me. I'm going to make you a fuck ton of money. You're going to make me a fuck ton of money. We're going to be fuck ton money millionaires. That's all they care about.
Right.
If you can sell them
Sell
on that,
yourself.
don't even worry about it. It doesn't matter what the movie is. Attack of the Fish People, fucking Becky's Prom Night. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You know, it's a love story about a dog and a cat and a man on the moon. What? How much money can you make? $500 million. Here. Thank you. Like, you know, that's it. That's the story, man. You're selling in the beginning, you're selling yourself. At the point where I'm at now, I'm selling my company.
Right.
Because I've already sold myself 15 times over. Now I'm at the point where it's when you invest in me, you're going to get this company. This company, which is making movies, is going to give you more money than you have now. So give me $2 million of the money you have so I can make you more money.
You're like Wimpy in the burgers. If you pay
Yeah,
me $2 million now, I'll give you
gladly
$5
pay you on
million next
Friday.
Tuesday.
Right, exactly. It's literally, I talked to my landlord. Let me live now, and I'll pay you rent on Monday.
Does it work like that? Can it work
No.
like that? Well, why not?
I don't know.
So what's your goal, Julia? Do you want to be director, producer, actor, all of it? You want to be all of it?
Like
Oh,
control.
boy.
All of it, I think more director and actor. But I think you have to be good at producing to make things
Well, as a
happen.
director, you'll have to give up some control.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the improv comes in. I'm learning to
Right.
step into.
You're out of your
That.
comfort zone.
Yeah, I like that.
Control freak. That's not bad to be a control freak.
Well, we can
'Cause
dive
at
into.
least you know everything's going to get done the way you want it to be done.
Right.
Well,
When you
have
start having to rely on other
people.
people, that's
Just to
when
make sure
shit
she's
goes to hell.
satisfied first.
That's when shit goes to hell.
What?
Whenever somebody posts in these film network, film groups or whatever, they're like, "What's the biggest challenge to making a movie?" I'm like, "Working with human beings."
Well, that's the biggest
Compromise.
challenge of everything in life,
Compromise.
Yeah.
where you're not alone in a forest.
Trying to find people that
Right.
are passionate as you are is
Oh, yeah.
difficult.
Well, it's also understanding like what makes other people tick.
Right.
Everybody has their own thing, and I think that's like if you can figure out how to bring out the best in somebody or make them comfortable, then you'll be good in most industries, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
It's so scary because you know, like this cheerleader movie, like we had a pretty decent sized cast.
Yeah.
And leading up to the shoot day, all you're thinking about is, I hope everybody shows up. I hope everybody shows up. And that's fucking pathetic that you have to think like that. But it's true. Like we've had people, first day of shooting, the lead actress doesn't show up, and you're just like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's true.
That's why you have
Everybody's
to. That's
there.
why you have to reach for higher numbers, man.
Right, and that's the
You
problem
have
with
to
we're
stop-
making. You know,
You have to stop making $10,000 movies and start making $150,000 movies.
Right.
And it's easy. It's just you have to just go find the money, bro.
Mhm.
That sounds hard,
Oh, it's
but
not
I
hard.
literally talk to everyone. I was in the gas station by my house, which is owned by a dude from like Afghanistan or something, and his name's Sam. Great guy. Great. I've known him for years. I've lived there for years. I've been in there a million times. He knows the kids. He knows the wife. He knows all of it. Right? He knows I make movies, all this shit. He knows all of it. I was in there the other day. We had just left here. I came here. Debbie fucking didn't show up. So we were like, all right. So we fucked around for a little bit, and then I left, and I was kind of frustrated because I got these two investors on the line, and they don't understand that I need this fucking money now because the timeline is that Sorority's coming out in October, whether or not we're ready. It's coming out. I want to have another movie in production before then. And some of these investors we're talking to are just taking their fucking time,
Right.
getting back to us. It takes weeks for emails. And get them on the phone. You talk for 20 minutes, and then they never get back to you.
Right.
It takes forever. It's this whole courtship of nonsense.
Mhm.
Now what I do is I've learned that when I'm talking to an investor, you got a deadline. You got Friday. Friday, we got to get it done, or it's not a deal with you.
Right.
And if it's not a deal for you, tell us now. And now they're like, oh, yeah, all right, well, let us work everything out, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, great. We'll do a follow-up email tomorrow. Follow that up to us. If we don't hear from you by Wednesday, we're dropping you. And that's just how you have to treat these investors.
Right.
Because they got other shit to do. They don't give a fuck you need $2 million. They're going to go drive their Maybach down to the fucking beach and, fucking have a mimosa. You got to fucking tell them. This is what I need right now. Right now, I got to go. I don't have time to do anything else. I know you got shit to do. Get on your plane or whatever the fuck you do. Just give me money. So, anyways, so I go into the convenience store, and I'm on the phone with my buddy from New Mexico, and I'm kind of bitching about these investors. And I hang up, and he's like, "What's wrong, Joe?" And I said, "Dude, these people, man. I said, we just finished this movie. I'm trying to get another one done. I got these investors on the line. They're taking fucking forever. And the problem with these guys, they don't realize, like, we're on a fucking deadline. Like, our window of opportunity between COVID and Hollywood getting back up on their fucking feet again is closing quickly.
Sure.
And I already have one movie in the pipeline, but if I can get two movies in the pipeline, we'll be unstoppable. Because then Netflix and all these other people will take your ass fucking serious. Like, oh shit, you got $5 million worth of movies fucking done, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said all this to him. I said, so if I looked at you, Sam, and I said, you know anyone with $2 million, you would say? And he goes, I'd say yes. And I was like, what? Get the fuck out of here. And he's like, no, seriously. He goes, my brother, he does all the construction for downtown in St. Pete. He's like, he's a billionaire. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you got a deck? I said, yeah, hold on. Ran home, got 2 decks, came back, handed to him. He's like, I'll tell you by Friday. This was Saturday. Ask everybody.
So you're gonna have $2 million from some guy that does construction in St. Pete from the gas station by Friday.
Why
Who
not?
knows? Yeah. Dude, we had the money for sorority in 3 days. Zoom meeting, phone call, contract. And we were gone. I was in fucking LA making a movie. That quick. Because when they're serious, they're serious.
Right.
That's why it took me years. I've been doing this long fucking time. I've made 10 movies where I've raised all the money on my own. And in that time, I bet I've talked to fucking 5,000 investors.
Mhm.
And 10 of them were real. Because I made 10 movies. 10 people out of 5,000 people in Tampa, St. Pete area who probably all know me.
Right.
Because I talk to all the same rich people all the time. Yo, what do you got? I know you got
Numbers
fucking...
game.
Yeah, I know you're worth $100 million. Give me $2 million. Hello?
Yeah.
Mom.
Meme.
Anyway, so you need to build up, man. Stop making these low end movies and start making bigger movies, $150,000, $200,000. Because then you can pay yourself, you can pay your crew, you can get a decent cast, you can fucking put some money behind it, and push it for real.
Right.
You know, and getting 200 grand, that should be a cakewalk. It should be a cakewalk.
Yeah.
You probably know enough people out there.
The most I got was
money.
80. That was the most I got.
There you go. That's a good fucking chunk of change.
Right.
Yeah, man. We made 100 Tears for 70. I mean, I've never seen a dime of that movie. But that's all because someone took it and ran off with it.
Right. Yeah. And that's the other problem of getting bigger budgets is I've had two budgets. One was 80 and one was 85, or one was 80 and one was 75, and I lost both of them. I just lost control to the producers,
I've lost
and it sucks.
3 films.
So the 2 movies I had the biggest budget on, I made $0, and that's, you know, I know if I'm making a little $3,000 movie, I'm going to make probably $4,000 or $5,000 on it.
Dude.
And I know that's not even really worth it.
Listen,
but it's more. This is more like a hobby for me, and you know,
it's a business for me.
Right.
I got to make a living at it.
Sure.
I got a family. I want to make money. I want to fucking make movies. I want to drive a fucking
Bugatti.
Maybe. I don't really care about Bugattis.
I just want to wake up.
I'll
in
take a
Bugatti.
fucking Bentley.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't mind driving like a really kick-ass fucking Chevy truck. You know, done up. You know, all fucking gothed out and fucking chrome skull for a hood ornament kind of thing. Listen, I've lost 4 movies out of the 10 I've made. 100 Tears, Experiment 7, there's Nightfalls, and Hank. Hank, we had $500,000 for. It's gone. You know what she did? If you go to IMDb and you look up a movie called The Bellkeeper, they just finished shooting 2 weeks ago.
So that was Hank, and they changed the
Uh-huh.
name. No shit.
Mm-hmm. They left all the characters the same name.
Wow.
I have my lawyers on it right. I shouldn't even be saying this shit, but my lawyer's on them right now. Right now, starring Randy Kutcher. Yeah. So my lawyer, my manager called me and was like, "Guess what?" No, it was Roy. He's like, "Guess what? I just found out through an effects artist." I was like, "You're gay?" And he said, "No, man." He goes, "They just finished Hank." I was like, "I knew they were shooting it because one of the producers, this guy from France, who I kept, I stayed in contact with him, even though I wanted to kill him. I stayed on his Instagram and TikTok, and he had started posting these pictures about 4 weeks ago, of them in the woods and shit.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, he's making a movie in LA in the woods. And I was like, huh. And I showed my partners, and I said, I bet these pictures, I bet they're shooting Hank right now. And then Roy calls me and says, hey, blah, 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 just got off a movie called The Bellkeeper. And I was like, yeah. He's like, they just wrapped. I said, uh-huh. I said, yeah, that was Hank, right? And he's like, yeah. And I said, okay. All right. So I went on the IMDb, I found it. They didn't change a single character's name. All they changed was the name of the fucking title of the movie.
Jeez. That'll get them. That'll work.
So I was like, huh. So I copied everything, sent it to my lawyer, called Andrew, my lawyer. Andrew Barcelo, LA, lawyer. Fucking fabulous. And I said, they just finished shooting the movie. Because we've been in litigation with them for like 2 years now. And not litigation. We've been at a standstill because the contract clearly states they cannot make the movie without me directing. And I can't go make the movie without her producing. So what her brilliant brain did was, well, if I hire somebody to rewrite the script and change the name, I'm not making his movie.
Right. But half of the movie was already shot, right?
Right. So
they can't. So
she
technically, they can't really use that
she
footage.
can't make the movie. She can't make the movie just because she changed the title.
Right.
I still own the IP. So I called my lawyer and I was like, "Yo, check this shit out." I said, "Look at your email." And So he's like, I cannot believe. He's like, wait, I can believe that she did this because she's fucking crazy. So he's like, all right. So now I'm waiting on a call from a litigation attorney because we're gonna fucking shut that shit down now. Sorry, you heard it here first.
Down.
Yeah, I shouldn't even be talking about it, but he took my fucking movie, then you tried to make it.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Which is great. The weird irony.
Did you write it?
I wrote it and directed it, yeah. The irony is that I think if the universe is as great as I feel it is, it will release their movie right alongside Sorority. So I will have my own movie competing against
its own movie.
I'll be competing against myself in the theaters, and no one will know that because it's got different names attached as writers and directors. But I'll know. And then when Sorority stomps a fucking mud hole into that fucking movie, I'll have won universally.
Yeah, but if you win the lawsuit, wouldn't you get that money anyway?
Well, also that's the other lining is I could say, listen, I'm gonna do this. You can keep the movie, but I want this.
Yep.
And then they could release the movie, and I could still smash it. And I'm still getting money from that and mine, and I'm smashing them as well. So,
yeah,
I just laugh every day now like a crazy person because of what could happen.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I wake up thinking about it like, what the fuck are the chances that I'll be going against myself?
That's cool.
Depends.
Yeah.
We'll see. Time will tell.
Anyways, but to answer your question, dude, I've had 4 movies taken from me. My hard work.
Right.
My fucking writing. My fucking acting. My fucking directing. And they've all been taken from me because the people who worked on them with me are fucking assholes.
Right.
Sorry.
So that's the thing. Like my 2 biggest budget movies were literally taken from me. So that's like put a sour taste in my mouth of ever wanting to get a big budget.
Drink a coffee,
you know.
light a fucking joint, fucking move on. The hardest thing I ever had to do was move on from Hank. And now I laugh about it. Because I'm fucking crazy and I'm going to blow my brains out. But no, seriously. Like, it killed me. When all that shit happened with Hank and it got stolen from me and production got shut down and I'm just left standing there in the woods in the fucking rain, literally. I was like, life cannot get any worse than this. And then I had another child. Just kidding. Just kidding. I love Isabella so much.
I'm going to tell her when she's older.
Yeah. She'll be like, who the fuck are you? Doesn't my dad have a restraining order against you? I'd be like, no, here he is shaving his butthole.
What do you mean? Who do you think was videotaping it?
Exactly.
Get in there, Joe. Better angle.
That destroyed me, man. It took me a long time to get over it, but I got over it. Then I went and got money. I got $1 million to go make another movie. After losing Hank, a year later to the date, I was on set making fucking my next movie. So, fuck them.
Silver lining.
Don't fucking bring me down. Don't try to stop me either.
Okay.
Nothing I like better than this. A challenge.
Right.
Okay?
There you go.
Talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So, Julia, being this early in your entertainment industry career,
Yes.
what questions would you have entering this industry for these gentlemen behind me? With,
I would
with
tell
the
her-
abundance of
I know what her question is. What's it like to be like on a real movie set
No.
instead of the chaos that I was on Chris's set?
No, I mean, I've been on another set. I think just this conversation is helpful. It's just realizing that there are setbacks and any kind of tips to like how you start, what to do. I think the
It's
one
really
thing
hard. It's really hard.
Well, so is doing something you don't enjoy, because a lot of things can be hard. Hard isn't bad.
And the funny thing is, I don't even know if I enjoy it.
Hard is
Oh.
good.
Like it's so hard, and you're just like, why am I doing this? But it's like
and that's how I left my high-paying job.
It's a sickness. Like you
Yeah.
feel like you want to do it, and like something inside you makes you want to do it. I don't know what it is. But
I understand that.
it's creative urge, or I think you have a movie in your head, and you want it to be like that, so you like try to make it like that, and it doesn't always work out like that.
Well, you'll
But
never.
you try to get. I mean, I
You'll
feel
never
like
get 100% of what's written.
right.
on that
I
page.
feel like CSS. I feel like the cheerleader movie is like 60% of what I wanted
good.
it to be,
That's good.
and I'm happy with that.
You know, with all the planning and everything we had to do for sorority, there was still shit we had to cut.
You know, I'm sure Steven Spielberg makes movies like,
Yeah.
I wish I'd have done that different. You know, it's just part of the business.
I don't know, man. He gets like 60 days to make a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I don't even know what I would do with 60.
They're like, we're gonna shoot half a page today.
Right.
What are you talking about?
I know. It's like what? And what's funny is, you know, we were talking about Adam. So Adam is making a movie in April, and he asked me to help him out. I'm like, fine, I'll help you out, whatever. And he sends me the script. It's a 10-page script,
I read it. I'm trying to be.
and there's one actor in the whole movie. It's 10 minutes long. It's a guy literally talking to a radio.
Yeah.
And
Or
Seems
girl.
simple enough, man.
he's shooting it in 2 days, and I'm like, we could probably knock this out in like 2 hours. So I'm trying to get.
Well, maybe he
I'm
doesn't
trying-
know that.
He was just worked on our set. Like he knows we can shoot a feature in 3 days.
Yeah.
You know, like you should probably
I need
cut
2
that
days.
day. I
Wait,
keep
to
telling
do
him,
the
I'm
radio.
like, the more, you know, you should pay your actor, pay your camera guy. You don't have to pay me or whoever else. That's fine. I'll help you. But, you know, you should probably get at least $150 and pay a couple people to be there and cut it down to 1 day. Like there's no reason to shoot this in 2 days. I mean, I could see if there was like 5 people and
I
bunch
mean,
of
does he
angles
have?
and- but it's one person, you know, and so I'm trying to talk him down, I guess. So he's like, "What'd you think of the script?" I'm like, "I think it's good for you to get your feet wet."
Well, that's some show of confidence.
No, I think it'll be fine. It's good for. It's the first thing he's ever done, so it's like it's good for him to something simple and get him going, you know. But I told him, I said, "This is my advice. You can take it or leave it." I said, "I'd shoot it in 1 day. I'd pay your DP and your actor, and that's what I would do." So we'll see what he does. And I think he's got a producer attached to it or something.
What does that mean?
Someone that's helping him put it together, I guess. I don't know.
A 10-minute short?
Yeah, like what? I could write that now. We could shoot it in here.
Shoot it
Right
in like
now,
an
we have
hour.
cameras.
We just shot
I
it.
could write a 10-page script in about 4 seconds.
We have everything we need right here.
About 4 people in a
We have
room.
an actress.
Yeah, and fucking
We have an actor over here.
yeah.
Literally-
Chair bound.
Literally everything that right there we could
Yeah.
shoot
You
any
direct,
movie.
you direct, I'll shoot. Tony can be an actor. She can be an actor. Bam, there's our movie.
I could be in it too, you know.
Yeah, you act too. There
Yeah,
go.
thank you
Writer,
for
director,
noticing
actor. I don't act, so I don't like know anything about that stuff.
Don't you should though as a director? You should know about
so
acting.
bad.
You should
So-
know. I'm
I
telling you.
understand it.
Well,
I'm not
do
good
you?
at it.
No,
I think so. I'm just
All
not
right.
good at it.
maybe.
Yeah.
I like freeze up. Like
When
I don't know what
acting?
it is. Yeah.
Why? You want to tell your
Like when I'm
actors what to do?
directing, I can tell the person, "Hey, I want you to say it like this or whatever." But then when it's like me in front of the camera, like
I'll act
having
the
to
fucking
deliver
scene out
lines,
if I have to.
I'm just like
If I gotta
can't
get
do
on the
it.
floor and fucking act the whole scene out,
I feel like a fool.
I will.
I feel like dumb.
Why?
when
I
act.
don't.
I don't know.
You want them to get your vision across, and if they're not landing their marks,
Well, that's what I'm saying. When I'm directing, I can act out the scene and tell them how I want them to say it and all that. But when it's me in the spot,
Do you know
having
that
to
Alfred
remember
Hitchcock-
the lines and all that,
Alfred Hitchcock fired an actress. He had already got all their close-ups, and fired her because she was kind of hard to work with.
Mhm.
And then he got a lookalike and shot all the lines and anything that involved her hands or feet with this other actress, even the reverses.
He had a lot of
She's
issues, though.
Still in the movie.
He had a lot of issues with actresses. Remember what he did with Birds? The actress in Birds? He, like, tormented her.
Tippi Hedren, right?
Yeah. Like, tormented her through that whole movie. Like, oh, yeah, they're going to be fake birds. No, they were real birds. And he...
Well, you don't tell your act. Sometimes it's better to not tell your actors exactly. what's
Absolutely.
They could have killed her.
I'm surprised.
happening. I don't think so, but
Put her in the.
now if Steven Spielberg hadn't told him that Jaws was real, then we would have had problems.
Well, that thing looked horrible.
Yeah, well, that's why they cut it out of the movie. We're gonna make a movie about a shark. The shark doesn't work. All right, cool. We're gonna make a movie about the idea of a shark.
A fin. We're making a movie about a fin.
You open his mouth, you saw gears. Like, what?
That was one of the first scary movies I saw in Russia when I was 5 and I was home alone. That was terrifying. So
You're literally on a landlocked. You're like in Russia. Like there ain't no great whites getting you in Russia.
I think just the
first movie I saw
sound
in
and the
the theater.
idea of alone. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
so much like the shark. It's about just the
Yeah.
ambiance. So if you're young, it is pretty terrifying.
That's
Yeah.
the first movie I saw in the theater.
Oh.
That's showing my age.
When he was 25.
Yeah, he had just graduated college. It was Yale, 1941.
When did it come out? 75?
Yeah, 75.
75?
Yeah.
This is the number one movie in 1975, the year I was born.
I was 6 years old.
I wasn't even a thought at all. Just saying.
I was like an afterthought. I was like, "What do you mean you're pregnant?"
You were an accident.
Yeah, well,
I was.
my mom says it's a blessing.
In disguise.
She says it like that. It's a blessing.
Yeah. Oh, a face only a mother can love. Anyway.
On radio.
I was going to say a face for radio. Very nice. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us at Killer Collab Podcast.
Been long.
My name is Tone Deaf for Fun, Tony D. As always, joined with Chris Lato from Reaper Films.
Thank you.
Joe Davison from Life.
This week on Life.
Life with Joe Davison. And our special guest in the studio, Julia Starchevsky. Thank you so much. Stay happy, stay healthy. Enjoy.